Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first video of the year and welcome to what in my opinion is the most exciting video of the year. I make this video annually, as I'm sure some of you know. This time it is a little bit late. I normally release this right at the end of December, so it is about a month late, but better late than never. And this is my updated 2025 record collection. Basically, this is every single vinyl record that I collected over the last year. This isn't like the full collection. That would be like ridiculously long. However, I do have a couple of collection videos from the past couple of years that you can go watch. I'll leave them linked above and in the bio if you're interested. But without further ado, let's get into this. So just a refresher, if you haven't been here before, I'm going to show you the vinyl, tell you roughly when and why I got it, and then tell you my favorite song off of each album. So the very first thing that I got is the Niall Horan The Show Live on Tour. I am so obsessed with this vinyl. As you can see, it has this really cool shift effect when you hold it different ways. Niall's merch is so high quality and always really well thought out. I do find that it's on the pricier side, but I think it's 100% worth it. Like, it's so nice. This also opens up into like the biggest trifold, which I'm not going to show you now because it's just going to be a hassle to get out. But it's pressed on this gorgeous smoky vinyl as well. And then it's got red and gold splatter. And it's just one of the coolest, if not the coolest pressing I own. So I started off the year with a bang with this one. My favorite song on this, and the entire reason why I bought it, is because obviously it's a live album, so this is from the tour that he just recently went on, and he did a mashup of Small Talk with Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks, and oh my gosh, it's incredible. It is on here, so that was my entire reason for purchasing it, and it just so happened that it is one of the coolest records I own. I would have purchased it either way, simply for that song. It is so good. It is on Spotify, so you haven't listened to it, I strongly recommend it. It's so incredible. This seemed to be the year of the 7-inch. There are quite a few. So starting us off is the 7-inch Sabrina Carpenter Taste vinyl. This, of course, has her single Taste on it, and then it's got her and Jenna Ortega on the cover. I love the cover art that Sabrina does for her singles. I think it's so cute and it makes me want to buy it every single time. I've been trying to be good and not buy 7-inch records when I already have like the album on vinyl. However, she gets me every single time, and I do collect the Sabrina ones and I do collect the Taylor ones for the most part. So yeah, I had to get it. And it's pressed on this hot pink vinyl. It is just Taste on here. There's no second song, so obviously Taste is my favorite on this one. Next we have the Bedchem 7-inch, so same thing. This is another Sabrina Carpenter 7-inch, and this one says parental discretion is advised. Cover art, so cute, 10 out of 10 once again. This is an image that she uses on her tour, which I've been to twice now, so I love this so much. I think it's perfect. And it is pressed on this gorgeous silver vinyl, which I think is so cute. And once again, it's just got Bedchem on it. Another 7-inch for the collection. This is by Lovecat, which is a newer artist that I discovered this year. This band is like very jazzy. I feel like if you like Lana Del Rey, you'll probably like them. They are very different, but I do feel like there's a similar vibe there. This is, of course, a signed 7-inch, and it's got their two singles, Matador and He's My Man on it, which I think of the two, I do prefer He's My Man, but they're both so good, and I love this. As I'm sure many of you know, Taylor Swift repressed Lover Live from Paris this year, which was so exciting. It was such a hot ticket item, so it's really great that she repressed it, and everyone was able to get their hands on it who wanted it. I do have the original, but this is a different color, so I snagged it because I collect Taylor Swift vinyls. I don't variant collect necessarily, but I do have a Taylor Swift problem, so if I see something I want, I buy it without thinking. But the other one still is worth a ton of money, so I do prefer to just spin this one. This is the yellow and pink pressing, and then on the back for side C and D is the blue and pink pressing. So very cute. I think my favorite song on this is The Archer. Yet another 7-inch. This is the Chapel Roan Pink Pony Club 7-inch. It's pressed on this baby pink vinyl. I think this was originally released for Record Store Day 2024. It was super limited because I think that she had signed on to that when she was still very small. It was just before she blew up, and then by the time Record Store Day rolled around, her fame had just skyrocketed and it was impossible to get this. However, it was a record store day first, so I was able to get my hands on this when they repressed it, and I'm super grateful for that because I love Chapel Roan and I love this pressing. I think it's so cute. It's got Pink Pony Club on one side and Naked in Manhattan on the other, and I'm not going to choose a favorite because I love them both. Speaking of record store day, I did go to the 2025 record store day, so I picked up a couple of things. First of all, I picked up the Guess 7-inch. This is Charlie XCX featuring Billie Eilish. I love this so much. I think on the other side it's just got the regular version of Guess on it, and of course my favorite is the version with Billie Eilish. This is probably my favorite song off of Brat, so naturally I had to grab one of these. And then the biggest thing that I was at record store day for this year, of course, is the Taylor Swift 7-inch Fortnite vinyl. This is pressed on this white vinyl and I just love this. I love when Taylor Swift does 7-inch vinyls. She hasn't done them in a while, so I was really excited to see this. And it's just got a remix of Fortnite on the back, so obviously Fortnite's my favorite on this one. Then the last thing that I picked up from record store day, well, kind of, was the Virgin Suicides. This is the soundtrack, of course, for the movie. I love Sofia Coppola movies. I own a couple of the soundtracks already, so I had to add this when I saw it. This was pressed for the 25th anniversary pressing. It's pressed on this bright blue translucent vinyl. I will show you it. Super, super cute. And it also came with this little flexi disc, which is like a super thin disc. Like you can it feels like paper. It's kind of crazy. I don't have anything like that in my collection, so I think that's really, really neat. And yeah, I didn't even know that existed until I got it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know the songs on this. I don't. Soundtrack vinyls, usually there's like one song that I really, really like that reminds me of the movie, or I just love the movie so much that I like to own it, and that is the case for this one. I put this on for vibes, but I don't really know any of the songs on it. I just kind of like to have it when, you know, I'm sewing or something playing in the background. Yeah. All right, next is the Man-Child 7-inch. So this is Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child, and I do have a few thoughts on this. If you remember, the first 7-inch that I showed you in this video, I said one of the main reasons that I love Sabrina Carpenter's 7-inch is because she always includes the cutest original artwork, and I just love it. And you'll notice this one doesn't have one. For the price, I feel like it definitely should. It came in that really cheap PVC sleeve, like the really plasticky one. I always forget if it's PVC or PCV, but it's one of the two, and it actually ruins your vinyl, so I did switch it for like a anti-static outer sleeve, and then it's got an inner sleeve. But yeah, no artwork, and it's just Man-Child on both sides, but I love the song. I love Sabrina, so I bought it. Speaking of Sabrina, this might be the most exciting thing I added to my collection this year, and as I said, it was kind of the last thing that I bought from record store day. You'll notice that one of the big ticket items this year, the Wicked soundtrack, wasn't in this haul, and I did actually get my hands on the Wicked soundtrack. I love the movie. However, maybe a little bit controversially, I do prefer the stage play. I do prefer the original cast recording. So as much as I love that pressing and it was so beautiful and I love the songs on it, I ended up trading it for something that I wanted a little bit more. And that is the Sabrina Carpenter Fruitcake vinyl. And you'll notice that this is signed right on the cover. So Sabrina released a few of these when she released the EP. She sent them to a few record stores in the States. I don't live in the States. I live in Canada, so there was obviously none near me, so it was literally impossible for me to get my hands on this, and I just felt like the Wicked vinyl, you know, somebody would probably appreciate it more than I would, and if I wanted it, I could just always buy the original cast recording, which is a lot less hard to get your hands on. So yeah, I traded it for this, and this is just the standard green vinyl. This is the real feature here, is the signed on the cover. I love when artists sign things on the cover. I don't know why they don't do that anymore for the most part. It's all inserts. I do prefer this, and I was really, really excited to get this. My favorite song on Fruitcake is probably, it's gotta be Buy Me Presents. It's so good. Next, I got the Taylor Swift debut album, Taylor Swift. This was a gift from one of my friends, and I was really excited to finally have this because this was the last Taylor Swift vinyl that I was missing from her standard discography. I just never got around to purchasing it, and Taylor's version obviously was being talked about, so I just never got around to purchasing it. Of course, that has since changed. But yeah, I'm super excited. This is just the standard black version. And my favorite song on here, I'm gonna have to say Should Have Said No. But yeah, love this album. It's so nostalgic. This next one was a birthday gift from my brother. This is It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown soundtrack. My birthday is right at the end of August, and to me, that's Halloween, okay? No one can tell me otherwise. That is when I start setting up my decorations. So this was super nice to have. I did spin this while I was decorating, and I just think it's so cute. Most of the songs on this are instrumental, so I don't really have a favorite, but it's more just for the vibes. I love this. It's so nostalgic, and it's just the cutest little pressing. As you can see, it's shaped like a pumpkin. Like, absolutely adorable. I love this. All right, then as I'm sure you know, Sabrina did release a new album this year. This is the Man's Best Friend vinyl. This is just the standard album artwork, standard pressing, but it did come with a signed insert, so that's the one that I ended up going with here, and I absolutely love that. I got to figure out a way to display this. Oh, my favorite song on Man's Best Friend, Go Go Juice. I love Go Go Juice. All right, so starting Halloween early, I also tend to start Christmas a little bit early, and I did buy this soundtrack here off of Amazon because I wanted to be prepared for November 1st when I put my tree up to have something to spin, and I got the Home Alone soundtrack. Now this is pressed on a red and a gold, so super, super cute. This of course was like a score and soundtrack by John Williams. I love the one, I forget what it's called, but it's like the choir one. That's the whole reason that I bought this, was the choir song. What is it called? Hold on. Oh, Holy Night. The one that's like playing in the church in the scene when he runs into the church, I believe is what it is. But I just love it. I love the sound of the choir and it's just so Christmas to me and brings me so much nostalgia. So that's why I got this one. All right, next, this one was a concert purchase. I went to see Addison Rae this year, so I had to get the Addison Rae album. This is just standard black. It was what they were selling at the concert. I love this album so much. I feel like it's severely underappreciated by mainstream audiences, but I adore it. My favorite song is probably Fame Is a Gun. It's so good, but there's so many good ones on here. And this concert was insane. Absolutely loved it. I think at one point in this video I said I don't variant collect. That is normally true. However, I have a problem when it comes to Taylor Swift. And even though I don't variant collect, typically, even when it's Taylor Swift, when she released The Life of a Showgirl this year, I went insane. Like, I actually went feral and I bought everything. I bought everything. I tried to limit myself slightly, but I didn't do the best job. So, starting off strong, we have the standard edition of The Life of a Showgirl. I just loved the album artwork that she put out, and that's why I bought it. But like, this is the orange Portofino glitter vinyl. Absolutely love this. My favorite song off of The Life of a Showgirl is Father Figure. I love that song so much. It was my top song last year, which is insane because this album came out in October. But it was my #1 song on Spotify Wrapped still. I actually adore this album so much. I don't understand the hate that it's been getting. I think that this is one of the best releases she's had. Yeah, just generally, I think it's so good. I think that this is pop perfection and I love it. I forget what they're called. Don't ask me what any of these pressings are called. I don't remember, but this is the next Life of a Showgirl pressing that I purchased. She released 2 pressings per cover. I tried to limit myself slightly and I just bought my favorite pressing that came with each cover because, like I said, it was the visuals that I really loved. But this is a blue glitter vinyl. I love glitter vinyls. I'm so happy people have started doing them more. I said like 2 years ago I wish people would do glitter pressings more, and I don't know why they don't, but clearly I was onto something because now people are doing them. I know people hate on the sound quality, but I don't care. This actually might be my favorite of all the artwork. And this one is a really cool kind of reddy orange splatter on a clear translucent vinyl. Super cute. We're not done yet. There's another one. This is the shiny bug variant. I think this was the first one I bought actually. And This pressing is super cool. It's really hard to see, but it's a purple vinyl and it's got glitter all throughout it, and then it's got like this gold splatter marble effect to it, which is really sick. I love it. And then finally, one more Life of a Showgirl vinyl. This was the Target exclusive. We don't have Target here, so I had to order this on her website. This is probably the prettiest pressing, I would say, in my opinion at least. It also matches my aesthetic the best, but it's like this pearlescent pink pressing with like a bunch of glitter and gold swirled throughout it. I just absolutely love this. It's so pretty. And now we're on to the very last vinyl that I got in 2025. It's technically 2026 now, so this is the last vinyl that I got last year. And it is the Lana Del Rey Chemtrails Over the Country Club vinyl. This is just pressed on standard black. As you can see, this one was a Christmas gift, so I was super excited because I don't own all of Lana's vinyls yet, and I love Chemtrails so much. I think that my current favorite off of this album is probably Wild at Heart. I think it's such a pretty song, but I also love the title song, Chemtrails. So good. But all right, you guys, that was all of the vinyl records that I collected over the course of 2025. Again, if you're interested to see the other vinyl that I have in my collection, I'll leave the other videos linked in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more vinyl related content. This year, I've already got new ones for my collection that weren't in this video, but they will be in next year's video, of course. Harry just announced a single today, which is so exciting. I love Harry Styles so much, and I cannot wait for this. So all of that will be hopefully added to my collection for next year's video, and I hope to see you all back for that one as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!